grandson. So lovely to have you here. So I got a bit of extra little personal details for his story. Charles Glenroy Lloyd was one of the only two tunnellers who enlisted in Waihi, who was born. He was the other one. Mannix was one and Lloyd was the other one. They were both born in Waihi. Charles enlisted in the tunnelling company on the 6th of October 1915, so he went with the first lot, the main body. Prior to enlisting, Charles was a member of the 6th Hauraki Regiment B Company in Waihi. He worked as a blacksmith assistant for the Waihi Gold Mining Company. His service record states that he was 5'5", weighed 136 pounds, had a dark complexion, brown eyes and dark hair. He attested that he was born on July 30th, 1894, making him 21 years 2 months, but his actual birth year was 1896, so he was only 19 years and 2 months. So he just bumped it up a bit because they had to be 21. He left New Zealand with the main body of the tunnelling company on the 18th of December 1915, and after spending 8 months in England at Hornchurch Base and Sling Camp, he was posted to France in November 1916. Seven months later, he was transferred to the New Zealand Field Artillery, and then again in February 1918, he was transferred to the New Zealand Rifle Brigade, and he was injured on the 4th of April in 1918 at the Battle of the Somme, when he received a gunshot wound to his axilla. Who knows what the axilla is? Because I didn't know and I had to look it up. The armpit. He was placed on the dangerously ill list. He was transferred to England and admitted to Brockenhurst Hospital, New Zealand's #1 general hospital. And on the 30th of April, he was taken off the dangerously ill, placed on the seriously ill list. And on May the 2nd, he was well enough to be removed from the seriously ill list. In August, it was decided that he should be evacuated to New Zealand. So after spending 4 months in hospital, on the 24th of August, he embarked for New Zealand on board the Iconic. He was officially discharged from the Army on the 10th of April 1920 in consequence of no longer being physically fit for war service on account of illness contracted on active service. Charles was the eldest of 9 children of Charles Mansfield Lloyd and Priscilla Terry Ellis. Dulcie, his youngest sister, was almost 5 when he enlisted, and later she contracted polio, and Charles, her big brother, whom she adored, made her calipers, which she had to wear as a result of the illness. And he also made a cart for Dulcie, which was pulled behind a bike. In 1923, Charles married Ethel Gertrude Maguire, and I've been fortunate to meet his son, and now his grandson, and his niece, who've given me these little extra personal details. And Maxine said she only knew him as Uncle Jum, always called him Uncle Jum, short for Jumbo. So Charles, or Jumbo, or Jum, as he was known, was very musical. He played the cornet, and later on he taught himself the trombone and the violin, and he was a member of the Waihi Federal Band for 40 years. He was also a valued member of the Waihi RSA, being a Gold Star holder, life member and patron. He held the position of secretary for many years, and he was also a King's Empire veteran. Charles died on the 11th of January 1973, aged 76. When his wife Ethel died on the 17th of May 1984, she was the first wife to be interred with her husband in the RFA section, where her ashes are. buried here. Which, thank you for those extra little details. Right.
I understand that the Waihi Federal Band was one of the top brass bands in New Zealand.
Yes, they did win some competitions.
Yes, and they were #1 New Zealand brass band at one stage.
Oh, right.
And it was very good because he managed it with an arm. It was hardly
Yes, it's,
the violin, and he had the violin here, and he managed to play them with his
did he have fingers amputated, or were they
no.
just
No, they
just sort of curled from the injury? Yeah. All right. So now we'll move to Roy Croft. And you can find